Okay, let's talk about yesterday. I went bouldering, or yesterday meaning Saturday, but Sunday I'm not going to put out videos because I have to work all day Sunday. Anyways, I went bouldering yesterday. It was a very cool experience. Did not expect to like it as much. Bouldering is where you go to like a bouldering gym. They have like those weird, slanted walls, like you see from like old American Gladiator shows or whatever, where they're climbing on the walls and they've got those weird things. It's really cool, man, because we showed up, we signed our waivers, and then I did a Groupon deal for me and my friends. And it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, hey, go have fun. Here's your shoes. Go climb around. And we're like, don't we need to take some lessons? Or because the Groupon was for lessons, and we showed up and they're like, yeah, no, just go climb around. Just watch this video. Make sure you know how to fall, and you're fine. And so we went and dicked around for like 30 minutes. Just climbed on some stuff, messed around. And for me, I always value the importance of learning things correctly, taking lessons. There's no pride involved in, doing things right. So again, when you walk up to the wall, you have no clue what you're supposed to do. You see, some red things and some purple things and some blue things, and what the hell is what? So I'm really glad we took the lessons because it kind of explained everything. At this gym specifically, it's Momentum in downtown Houston. So what we'll do is you'll look, they have different colors, and depending on the colors, it'll tell you the difficulty. Easiest being yellow, then blue, then I think it's green, red, and then up to black. And then even among those colors, there's also difficulty ranges depending on the holds and stuff. So and the thing is, you look by the color of the pieces on the wall is the colors of the stuff that you're supposed to follow. So if you walk up to a thing and it's a blue, if you see a bunch of blue holds, you're only supposed to use the blues to get up there. And if purple, then you use only purples. And like purple at this place tended to be a lot easier. But even among the purples, you look for a starting point, and there's a tag, and there'll be a little tag on the thing. And I was looking for all, because we're beginners, we were looking for all the yellow tags. So you look for a yellow tag, and if it's one tag, then it means you start with both your hands on that one piece, and you pick both your feet up and get your feet off of the floor and put them on something. And then when you have everything off the ground, bam, that's when you start. And then you have to navigate to the top, to the finish part. Either you have to get to the finish part, or you have to go over the wall, depending on which one it is. So then you go and you climb. You can't use other colors, so you stay within the color that you want. And I really love it because they call that shit problems, right? They call your climb like, okay, so you have to. I don't want to use the terminology wrong, so if I'm using it wrong, somebody please correct me. You tackle your problem. So when you're up there, you're in the midair, you're just dangling there. You're like, okay, so how do I solve this problem? It's awesome. It's so stupid that they name it that, but it's so cool too. So yeah, and then you go up and you're like, okay, well, how can I get to this one? And there's ones that are misshapen, so you kind of grab it weird, and then what happens is if you get to the top, if it's a top over something, I forget what it's called, but if it's one that you have to go over, then you just climb over it, and then there's a way down. And then the other ones are the ones where you say where there's a big finish bowl, and you basically see. Here's the thing: if I hadn't taken the class, I would have known. But you go up there, and we were just like, "Oh, okay, finish." So, boop, slap the finish, and then come down. That's not what you're supposed to do. The finish ones, you're supposed to finish. You're supposed to get up there, get one hand, get two hands on it, get up there, hold it for a second, like to confirm that okay, I've got this position, I've got it. Now come back. Now you come back down. And if we hadn't taken the class, we wouldn't have known that. We'd just be dicking around doing things incorrectly. Again, this is why it's so important. Anytime you want to do something that that's complicated and requires a certain amount of skill, just take a class or have somebody who knows what they're doing show you, because it's nice to be self-taught and it's cool sometimes, but man, doing it right is so important. Get the fundamentals and the basics down. Anyways, yeah, so that's what we do, and then you get up there, and then you come back down. And then it's really interesting because for me, I'm the kind of person when I play stuff like DDR or something, I just want to get through it and do it and be done. Like, oh, I passed it. Like my goal in DDR is always just to pass a song. And I never think about like trying to triple A or perfect everything. But with climbing, I was talking to the guy and he was like, well, I was like, what do I do after I complete this? He's like, well, you do it again, except you do it quieter. And I was like, quieter? He's like, yeah, because when you climb, you'll hear people going like thunk, 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 like climbing up the thing, like as there's some sort of like barbarian stomping through the woods or something. But the goal is to apparently be quiet and go through your moves so you're completely under control. You're not like rushing it, trying to, oh, got to get up here before I run out of energy. No, I mean, if you're apparently if you're a good climber, you will be able to just like very calmly like move your hands, move your feet, very calmly place things down, be very quiet, and not worry about like falling or losing your grip, anything like that, which is really, really different than any other kind of sport or skill stuff that I've been used to. And I think that's the same thing with DDR too. Like I remember when I first started playing DDR, it's always about like stomping really hard, like donk 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 donk, because you want to hear the beats and everything. But I mean, when you get better, you don't need to stomp as loud. You don't need to be like like making noise. I mean, go to the arcade, watch somebody play DDR. The good ones are always like, like really quiet. They'll hit their notes, but they don't need to stomp. You go, and if it's new people and they're not very good, you'll hear them. They'll beat the shit out of the machines, and it'll just like you're like, oh god, like geez, like be poor machine, just But yeah, so yeah, I mean that was my bouldering experience. I think it was really cool. I want to keep going because I'm not a kind of person who likes to lift weights. I find lifting weights very boring and kind of a struggle. But like I mean, like if you're going to be climbing and bouldering, you're going to be working your arms. But I'm surprised at how like naturally it felt, right? Because I thought it was all going to be like arms, like you jerk yourself up and you're like completely using all your upper body strength. But if you do it right, you're supposed to find good footholds and use your feet to push yourself up and like kind of support yourself. I was watching this bouldering, like top 10 tips of bouldering. Like if you're new to bouldering, these are the things you should do. And one of the things too, I asked the instructor, I was like, look, I'm kind of a big guy. I've got big feet. Like, is that like naturally it feels like that's gonna hurt me because you have like tiniest little nubs of rock sticking out, and it's like I gotta put my foot on that. There's no way my feet can't fit on that. But like supposedly it doesn't matter. They're like, it doesn't matter if you have a big feet. Like these shoes are designed for you to be able to like find a way to like, you just have to build up the foot strength and know how to position your foot correctly. It's awesome, dude. It seems like such an awesome, completely new thing. I want to keep going. It's a gym, so the only problem with it is because it's far. It's far from my house, and it seems like it's a gym membership thing, which I already have a membership to the gym near my house, so I can go swim twice a week. I don't know if I can like afford another gym membership and drive 30 minutes just to go climb for a day, like half a day. I'd like to do it, but I mean, money and time. If it was near my other gym or in conjunction with my other gym, I just had to pay a little bit more to do it. No problem, definitely would do it, but don't know how often I'll make it downtown. So I'm trying to find a way. To do it. We'll see. I'll go like maybe once a week. Yeah, but I mean, a 1 month gym membership for me to like $70 for me to go once a week doesn't seem very affordable to me. We'll see. Maybe I can find a way. Just keep Grouponing it or something. But yeah, definitely recommend it. Y'all should go check it out if y'all ever are interested. I mean, go take a class or go get on the Groupon and get the Groupon and then go take the class. I mean, it's something new and something fun, and I enjoyed it, and I'll probably be doing it again next week. Yeah. Thanks for listening.